Hey, this is Jana Sherwood with Century 21 North Homes Realty, and I'm feeling a little uncomfortable about how close I am to the camera, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So I want to talk a little bit about Earnest Money, what it is and how it works. We have buyers from all around the country, even the world, some of whom have never purchased a home, so they don't even know what Earnest Money is. Some have purchased a home, but where they were at, Earnest Money is handled a little bit differently, so I always find that really interesting, but I just wanted to talk about how it works in our area. So Earnest Money is considered good faith money, so the seller is taking the home off of the market for that buyer, for you. And they want to know that you're serious, and how you do that is having a strong earnest money. Earnest money is about 1% of the offer price. That's a strong earnest money. You see less for sure. In a seller's market, you'll see 1% or more, sometimes a lot more. It just depends. Now, I will say, so the buyer, after the seller accepts their offer, they'll turn that earnest money into escrow within 2 business days. Escrow hangs on to that for safekeeping during the entire transaction. At the end of the transaction, one of escrow's main jobs is to do an accounting ledger of everything in the transaction for the buyer and the seller. But for the buyer in particular, they'll do a debits and credits of all of the things in the transaction. So that earnest money that's been held safe for you gets subtracted from what you would owe from your closing costs and or down payment. If you have a VA loan, 0 down, and you get the seller to cover all of your closing costs, you may be able to get some or all of your earnest money back, but that's definitely situation specific. So you'd have to, talk with us and also talk with the lender, make sure that's something that is doable in your situation. One of the most important jobs that the buyer's agent has is to make sure that the buyer's earnest money is kept safely at escrow. And what I mean by that is the buyer will often have multiple contingencies depending on how the contract is written. The buyer's agent needs to make sure that all of the timelines are adhered to, and everything that is spelled out in the contract is done according to how it's spelled out in the contract. If not, the buyer's earnest money can be put at risk. Now, if the buyer just flat out walks away for no reason and there's no contingencies to support that reason, the seller will often get that earnest money. So it's just really important that you have an agent that understands the contracts and makes sure everything is done properly to protect your earnest money and to protect your interests. But if you have any questions at all, let us know. We're here anytime for you. Call, text, email, whatever you got. All right. Have a great day.